Alright, week 7. I'm gonna be honest, I did not know what to think of this fight going into it. Well, mainly for starters because of the obvious problem. Cyclizar with Shutdale, I've never really been able to deal with things like Substitute from another Pokemon. Uh, I think... Oh, Espatra is behind here, behind the hammer. That hammer's way too big. But yeah, that's the other main threat, to be honest. I think I kinda over prepped for Espatra, to be honest, considering what happened during this battle. But yeah, let's get into it. So I changed opening mons so many times. Like in the beginning, it was gonna be Registeel, obvious reasons. But I kept on thinking like he's probably gonna open Cyclizar. It's like the most obvious play that happened most of the time with those type of Pokemon. Like just get Shadow off, maybe swap into a Pokemon that can just like set up like crazy, like Espatra, and then just wallop your team. So I changed my opening mon to Gyarados. If he goes into a Cyclizar, I just close combat. I hit pretty much anything for free with close combat. Sure, some things can actually tank it, but even though I still do damage. But I ended on settling on Sandy Shocks because he also hits everything pretty much for free except Kilowatt because I thought he was gonna bring Kilowatt but after seeing the lineup and not seeing Kilowatt I was like, okay, Earth Power is gonna go to town on this team. So I opened Sandy Shocks like I thought, like I was going to, and he starts with Tinkaton. Now I did from of all the Pokemon, I did not think he was gonna start with this thing. I'm gonna be honest with that. Now I can actually just easily Earth Power here, just deal out some damage. Okay. Easy 50% damage. I did not expect the Light Screen though. The Light Screen was actually a nice surprise. And I believe he has Light Clay, I'm pretty sure he has Light Clay, just to keep it up longer. So I just swapped into Regidrago. I was like, I think he's gonna set up more screens maybe, or swap out maybe. So I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go set up with Regidrago. But he swapped. So instead of setting up, I just went for Still Flash, Still Terra Blast, and then set up. I should have probably just set up first and then attack. I was hoping to deal a little bit of damage over here. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't see this Pokemon all too often, so I completely forgot about Aqua Step and was like, this might actually become a problem over time. The Swords Dance was actually a nice break. Now the Brave Bird was actually quite good here, even though he resisted. Easily taking out Tinkaton here, no more screens. And this guy I also prepped multiple times for because I knew it was Terra Captain obviously, but I expected either Terra Ground or Terra Electric. I did not expect Terra Water at all. So I just Brave Bird. Free swap into the cleanup. Just an energy ball. But then the big bad is Petra. Now, I'm actually surprised he brought it out already and not just go back to Cyclizer. But this was actually kind of a problem because I did not have that much to counter Espetra with from Deoxys. So if he sets up Calm Mind, I deal about nothing anymore. But my Espetra counter was actually my Registeel. Funny enough. I actually have 2 counters on Registeel. From mock fights, I found out that I can tank a double damage Shadow Ball from it. So depending on how much I can do with Deoxys, like I already just wrote off Deoxys here. Like I was gonna sack the shit out of him. So just energy ball until I'm dead, till I drop dead. It's actually a smart play here, just to calm mind up while I'm dying to poison. And then go to Registeel. And there's the double damage Espetra, and I just Shadow Claw. That was my other counter, my second counter move. And I'm actually surprised he swapped out there. Like, he does not have much left on that Espetra, so I'm surprised he actually keeps it alive here. Instead of going for a Clear Sweep. Sure, he predicted the Shadow Claw, but my Registeel is still healthy. I can't really hit Cyclizer here because he's just gonna shut the hell out. So I swap out as well. Just to prepare for the substitute. Here I knew I was faster, so I just make sure that the substitute is gone and swap the Comfey. That actually hurt a lot. But Draining Kiss and just heal back up. He can boost his speed as much as he wants. I just keep using Draining Kiss here. And kill the Espetra. It's a nice clean switch. Now this guy. This has been the weirdest sequence of events ever. Like, neither of us wanted to switch. Sure, I'm poisoned, so Hex does a decent amount, but I just out-heal it if I set everything up. I never actually used Worry Seed before all that much, so I personally thought it stayed. Like, if he goes out, like move out with his Pokemon, the Insomnia stays, but apparently it's not the case. So I survive, barely. Leech Seed. And I was hoping that Leech Seed actually kept me alive here. Which it did, because it did Snowscape. And then just Synthesis. It doesn't do much because of the snow, of course, but all I need is just to outlast the snow. I just wanted to see how much it did. And this actually goes on for a little bit. Like I said, neither of us wanted to switch. Like, he can tank my move, and I actually kinda tank his as well. So I just try to get back to a healthy Comfey. Just Synthesis all the way up. And I believe I'm the first one to switch out here. Yep, there we go, Regidrago. He moves back to Cyclizer. I Dragon Dance. And now I'm faster, I believe. Yep, there we go. And that actually... I felt so bad because that should not have killed there, just a random crit. That actually did so much damage. So I actually wanted to go back to Comfy just to like revenge kill, but he actually switched back to Slowking, and now we're back to this. Now I noticed his regenerator wasn't back active, so I worries it again. I probably should not have done that because I don't think regenerator actually gets stopped at all. Actually, it did because it didn't heal up. So now we're back to doing this for a while. Like literally neither of us just wanted to do anything else here. So I wanted to I actually did para here just to stop him from slacking off or like delaying his moves. And then just Shadow claw him to death. No matter what here, I do win. There's nothing you can do against it. Bulky as ever, and then just heavy slam him into the ground. And that's actually how I won. I was actually super surprised I won that because I thought for real I was gonna get swept by Espatra. If not Iron Bundle somehow. I did not expect to get into a stall fest with Slowking Galar. But yeah, it was actually a nice fight. I had a lot of fun. Uh, I kind of felt bad for that crit on the Cyclosaur, but I think if I didn't get that crit, it would have ended a little bit different. I think. I'm not entirely sure how much damage my heavy slam would have done. So you might actually have gotten the substitute backup, switch to like uh, quick Wava, and probably just like whoop my ass with it. As for my team, well, the Deoxys, it was a pretty simple set. This time around, just Calm Mind, Energy Ball, Recover and Stored Power. I only used Energy Ball here for Iron Bundle. Not all that much here. The Comfy, it was pretty neat. It kept, it definitely kept us busy for like way too many turns. Choice Car Sandy Shocks just to outspeed Cyclizar. And well, definitely Cyclizar and Iron Bundle. Like it barely outspeeds Iron Bundle. I believe it gets like 411 and max speed Iron Bundle goes to 409, I believe. Because it's pretty well known that it goes for special attack, the Iron Bundle. So most of the time, like light choice specs, I mean, not light clay. I was surprised to see the light clay. Oh, not the light clay. He used boosted energy, I believe. Wait, did he use boosted energy? Hold on. Let me check here. Let's see here. I believe he did use boosted energy because there's no sun. Yeah, boosted energy. There we go. Instead of choice specs. It's pretty smart. The only problem with Troy Scarf is that it locks me in one move. So if he had Kilowatt Roll with him, I probably would have just had the hard switch out because I would have been stuck in Earth Power for sure. Registeel, just Thunder Wave like usual, Heavy Slam, Shadow Claw for Espatra, and eventually also for the Galarian Slowking. And another option I had for Espatra was just straight up nuke myself, just explode on it. I needed to do like 20% damage to it or something to guarantee the kill with explosion. Regidrago, normal, just Terra Steel with Dragon Dance substitute, Terra Blast for Steel type. The Fire Fang I also had for Scissor if he brought it, but apparently he didn't. And finally the Gyarados also through Scarf. It was actually set up the same as Sandy Shocks, just to deal as much damage as possible and be as fast as possible. And yeah, it was a pretty good week 7 and I can't wait for week 8. Thanks Kibo for the amazing fight and good luck in the rest of the league.